I think we should almost scream like, "Welcome to episode 12,"
and then like
pop it
open
open.
and
Yeah.
then again. Okay.
I'll shoot to the camera. Do you want to shoot up?
So twisting like this.
I can't wait to clean this up later.
Maddie will do it.
Okay,
ready?
cool, perfect. Okay,
1.
3, 2, 1. Welcome to episode 12. Oh, that is gonna be fun to clean up
Welcome
here.
to episode 12.
Wow.
Wow.
Just wow.
I think we are equally nervous yet excited to be here today.
To be here right here with y'all live and in the flesh. It feels like a whirlwind. We have talked about this.
This moment.
For better or for worse, for this
Yes.
moment for quite some time, but I think we are much looking forward to kind of swan diving into it.
Different topics.
I think so too. Show the girls your nails.
Y'all, I'm completely freaking the freak out about my nails that were custom made for me by this sweet young lady, Tristan. Her name is Abigail.
Okay.
And if y'all
It's not Gail Does Nails, is it?
If y'all don't look up Gail Does Nails and have her do something completely custom or even non-custom for you, her normal nails in general are gorgeous, but she did these custom for me for episode 12. So I'm going to go close to the camera to show and have you do an audio description of each finger.
Okay, cool.
And they fit me like a freaking glove, Tristan.
Okay. So for that first nail, we are doing a custom Not That Y'all Care logo nail, which is really, really, really something and special. I think y'all are really going to enjoy that one. That's right on that thumb for me. So we have a number 12 for you. So that is the significance of this is episode 12. We have been saying things are coming for episode 12. Oh, this one means a lot to me. This one is That's Amore. And then Channing, put one hand behind the nail. This is the That's Amore nail. And you can actually get this one custom at your local nail shop. We'd love to see y'all's designs. The next one obviously means the world to us. And you can kind of tell by our outfits today and our chef hat and chef coat. These are the custom Adagiano's nail. You're going to see some notes of pasta and also notes of tomato. They are just to kind of signify those really important homegrown ingredients, farm to table, etc. Lastly, which this might look familiar to some, this is going to be that alligator piece. It does not look like it's focusing a pretty good bit on camera to me. But it's going to be that alligator. Soon there will be, a little surprise for y'all on what maybe you can get with that alligator piece. All right.
My camera does such a good job focusing. I'm sure y'all could see those so well. So what I'm going to also do is post a still maybe on the Instagram.
Okay.
As well, and tag our girl out so y'all can reach out and DM her pretty immediately to get your own nails. And you might even want to get some that you've seen today if these inspire you at all.
I'd also like to submit a fan project for everyone watching right now. Let us know. I love seeing the interior of y'all's living rooms or like your vacation homes, your townhomes. Send us photos of where you're watching in from today. I think we should include that on a maybe a little grid post along with the nails.
Yeah, I want to see a grid post. A couple people also DM'd and said they're having watch parties for episode 12, which is exciting.
Really, really pretty.
It's very sweet. And with that being said, we're going to do this one as a premiere, right?
We are going to do this one as a premiere.
We're doing this one as a premiere, so y'all can kind of watch together.
At the time we're recording this, we don't know when the premiere is going to be, but I'm sure
We'll
y'all
post it.
will know
Y'all will
when the
know.
premiere is. Obviously, as you are hopefully here. I'm sure you are not. I'm sure there's no one here.
You didn't already take your hat off, did you?
I did. I had to take the hat off. It wasn't in the cards for me.
Okay.
Not today. But
Of
Gina,
course.
your coat looks great.
Thank
Adagiano's
you.
executive
This is my custom chef coach.
Very,
Channing
very pretty.
Cleveland, executive chef. And this is from the West Hollywood location. That's where I
So,
found him.
thank you for letting me know.
Not a problem. Anyway,
Speaking of, custom pieces.
speaking of you taking your hat off, I am going to take the coat off too because it is a little
Yeah, a little bit warm. That's all right.
You
That's all right.
right? Okay.
Summertime in the Los
city.
Angeles of A. We've had a gorgeous team of people working overtime, including us, Alex, Eliza,
Eliza, did
and our
amazing with
merch
graphic
girlies.
design. Yes.
We have
merch.
merch.
Pop
Wow.
another confetti cannon.
We do not have. We did not have budget this year for
We can only
another
do the two.
confetti cannon. I think that's going to be at a later date.
Later
I'm
date.
not going to ever mention an episode title again or number.
Numbers. We can't make any more promises.
We're not doing numbers. We're going to get rid of the number system after this one.
For episode 12. But yes, so let's talk a little bit about the merch. We're not in it right now, but what we do have is a website completely lined up.
Yes.
You're able to go ahead and get on there and place those orders. Tristan, walk us through what's available.
Yeah, so number one, the link will be in the description below. We're going to have a pre-sale, and then maybe on the screen if I can figure that out. I'm sure I won't be able to. I'm very stupid.
Yes, you can.
Graphics. Big graphics. So you will be able to go and shop. There's a couple different items for sale. First one we're looking into, I think maybe Chan, do you want to get into the alligator sweatshirt?
I do want to get into the alligator crew neck.
Okay.
So it is going to be kind of a sweatshirt crew neck. I know a lot of people are like, it's summer, it's hot, I don't want a sweatshirt. Well, you know what? Wait a second, because we also have other things available. But the sweatshirt is gorgeous. Also, you might be inside in the AC and you might want to slip it on. Okay. It is going to be these alligators as featured here, but that wrap around look. So it goes front day to night, front to back.
This is a custom piece. So a little bit more expensive than the other items, but this had to be custom sewn. We really put a lot of care into the merch, the way that it feels, like the look of it.
We wanted to make it unique to us, not just like flash a logo on something. We wanted it to be like,
actually
something.
I
didn't mean to take the words out of your mouth.
No. I think
so
you
sorry.
you are a very smart girl sometimes.
Oh my goodness. No, you don't think I am, but
so yeah, I think the pieces really are like meant to be something that you can wear every day that doesn't feel too like salesy.
Exactly.
But that is also fun. We really we're doing this as a passion project. We're not making a bunch of money off of it.
Not yet.
Not yet. But we hope y'all really like it. It is a pre-order, so everything will be available for a week.
Oh, think a week. And I wanted to sell out by the time this premiere is freaking over.
I want to sell out by the time I hope to be talking about it now, and I hope it's already sold out.
Sold out. But yeah, y'all know the significance of the alligator purses to us and to me. If you don't, I got that purse when I was in 6th grade for my mom. So it's just kind of crazy to see it come full circle on a sweatshirt. So I'm super excited about that.
Mm-hmm.
We also do have a t-shirt. Tell us about the t-shirt, Trish.
T-shirt is so gorgeous. Also wanted to flag, if you're an audio listener, these are all going to be up on our Instagram. So if you want to go shop, the link's on our Instagram as well. Feel free to do that. And if you need to go steal Matt King's credit card to buy some of these, we totally recommend that. And it's actually
we'll send you the info.
We have a couple pictures of that credit card, front, back, billing address as well. Not a problem
at all, in the slightest.
So yes, our Adagiana's t-shirt. This is going to be a gorgeous, oversized, comfortable blouse for you guys to throw on. I want to see y'all dress this up. I want to see y'all dress it down.
I want to see you wear it into your shifts at Adagiana's.
If you're clocking in, there might be in the future a staff shirt coming. If you are a staff member of ours at Adagiana's,
you can wear this.
You can wear this. Yes. So out with the old, in with the new. We would prefer if you wore this. If you don't, you will be fired and docked a pretty good bit of your pay.
And fined a pretty good amount as well.
You're going to be fined a pretty good
amount.
Pretty good bit of dollars.
And also, I think it would be cute if y'all wore the Adagiana shirts into Spaghetti Lane to kind of show them, what they're missing and who we're poaching and their competition.
We mean business, and we're not here to just fuck around. We're here to find out, and they should be ready to find out
as well
what's coming for them. Thank you so much.
Totally agree. Last but not least, we have
this could not be possible without the help of our prank calls, which y'all adore. Tell them, Channing.
So this is, our first big prank call that we did was the Quick Quack Car Wash to Canyon. And so we have this gorgeous sticker says, I got pounded at Quick Quack Car Wash while listening to Not the Y'all Care podcast.
What do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about that?
So I think you can put it on your laptop or a water bottle. You can slap it on your car. We're not sure how weatherproof it is.
We're not, we're not telling y'all to put it anywhere. If you have a Tiguan, I'd prefer you put it on there. Will it rip off the paint? I'm not sure. Use it at your own will.
And
discretion. And, we will kind of let us know. And
let us know, and then we might put it on our Tiguan.
Let us know if they're about 6 months of wear and tear, and then we might put it on our Tiguans too. Thank you. But
it's so cute, and
so pretty.
See y'all representing that all over the Continental and also beyond,
totally
worldwide.
It's a good add to cart or stocking stuffer. It's never too early to get your stocking stuffers. I mean, Christmas is right around the corner. We never thought we'd make it to episode 12, so definitely go ahead and get that.
Get it now, because we don't know if there's another merch drop coming. But anyway, we want to thank Eliza R.
Yes.
Who designed all of that. We are going to tag her.
Link below. If you need graphic design needs. I don't know how open she is for business.
She has a website, though, so check that out.
Keep her in your thoughts, etc.
Yes.
Thoughts and prayers as well when thinking about, hey, I need a graphic designer. I need someone for merch. kind of see, we want to boost up our economy, our local economy of the Not That Y'all Care listeners in any way we can. We've seen promotions from some of our users,
Exactly.
Users, and by users, I mean we've seen
viewers
and listeners.
And members and participants.
And we love to just spread that joy and love.
Yes. I think without further ado.
Look, I have a little bit of ado. Is that okay?
Sure.
I wanted to go ahead and move forward and thank our sponsor of episode 12.
I do too.
Today would not be possible without Nut Pods.
Thank you, Nut Pods. We are so obsessed.
To find a brand that would, I know there was a young man or woman who had to go and convince their boss that it was a decent enough idea to sponsor
Work
these
with us.
very, very two redneck men and women,
Mm-hmm.
individuals. And we just can't thank y'all enough. More about Nut Pods later. But I mean, this is your sign. You don't even have to, hear the ad read to know that we love Nut Pods. And that's just what we're sipping
too.
on.
Yeah.
And you should as well.
I
So
definitely agree.
info on that in the description. And yeah, I guess, Channing, without any further ado.
Well, what I was going to say without further ado.
We've always got to do one thing about us.
I do want to do a little bit more ado, but we're going to go through that bullet pointed list here monetarily. But before that, speaking of the quick quack car wash of it all, we do have a little video shout out from Canyon, y'all, our first prank call participant. He changed our lives. I hope we changed his a little bit in a positive way.
Promotion.
And we want to thank Maggie and Canyon for Maggie submitted him for the prank call. So let's go ahead and tune into the message from them.
Hey y'all, I'm Maggie.
I'm Canyon, the one and only.
The one and only Canyon. I submitted him for the prank call. He works at Quick Quack and we're best friends. We've been best friends since middle school. I submitted him for the prank call because we actually used to work at Quick Quack together in high school. We've experienced a lot of crazy customer situations. Canyon's very good at handling it. He's very good with customer service. As I was watching the episode where they were asking for submissions, I immediately thought of Canyon because
I'm just always on your mind.
we're just screwing. We're not screwing, but we're screwing in our minds. Oh, exactly. I submitted him. It went better than I could have ever thought. Thank you, Channing and Tristan. It was so good. What are your thoughts? What was your mindset?
I immediately heard Channing's voice and thought I was getting fired by HR. It was a phone call I got at 11 p.m. after I got off an 8-hour shift, and I thought HR was calling me, but that was not the case. In fact, it was much worse.
Did you know it was a prank call at first?
Not at first, about halfway through, because it just started sounding fake. And I was on mute at multiple points, talking with my roommates, trying to figure out if it was a prank call or not, or if I needed to take it seriously.
Immediately after, he texted me, and he knew it was me. I don't know how.
I said, "Did you just prank call me?"
Yeah, did you just effing prank call me? No, I don't know what you're talking about. It's become a big joke in our friend group, our families. We're so proud of Canyon. He's such a little celebrity at work. Yeah, one of the CEOs actually ended up emailing him. What did he say?
He sent me the YouTube short and he said, "Was this you? If so, nice job sniffing it out. If not, enjoy anyways." And
Sniffing it out.
Yeah.
He certainly sniffed it out. I was very proud. Canyon also has some big news.
Contrary to popular belief, I have not been promoted yet.
Okay, well,
I'm on the path. I'm training and it's in talks, and we've got kind of a little game plan planned out, but it's a work in progress. It's not there yet.
so what's gonna happen when you get promoted eventually?
Yes, I'm going to be a store leader, or as many people know, a general manager at one point. No Tiguans have been pounded recently.
Do you want to say anything to Channing and Tristan?
Thank you for the scare. Please don't do it again.
Anyways, thank you so much for calling Canyon. It was been a great experience for both of us. More for me than for him. Yeah, we're so happy that he's a celebrity. Happy 12th episode.
I hope y'all enjoyed that. I mean,
Sure
let's
y'all did.
let's hear
Let's
it for
give
the
it up for
man,
Canyon. He honestly is another example of the man who has it all.
Yeah, all.
And he
Car wash
has
edition.
Car wash edition and everything like that. So.
Yeah, I totally agree. So, I also wanted to a young woman who has, I'm sure she does not. I'm sure it has been hard getting this video from her. Let me just tell you that. She is the woman who has it all and who has a little bit too much to drink sometimes.
Yeah, she's stolen our hearts, stolen our souls, stolen the liquor out of our cabinet.
Stolen our seltzers, stolen our peanut butter shots at Jameson's, really anything that she
Stolen
can.
off our bar tabs and stuff like
It's stolen her credit cards.
that. Wide variety of different things. But
Our
y'all know
Postmates passwords in order to order alcohol.
she's
beverage.
hungover, and when she needs alcohol.
Oh yeah, the hungover stuff we have
Oh
not
my
even
God.
talked about.
I don't even wanna
That's
get into it, but
me either.
anyway, Kat W, we love you, honey, and she has a little shout out for the viewers because y'all, you know, I know y'all love her as well. It's hard to love her sometimes, but I know y'all do.
I'm hard to love. Yep, and that's Kat, and here, Kat W.
Hi, y'all. It's Kat. I just wanted to hop on here for episode 12. I can't believe it's episode 12 already. Time flies when you were drunk all the time, you know? And I wanted to give a very long overdue apology to you guys because I know a lot of you have seen my recent behavior involving my drinking. And I just want to be like very honest with y'all. It is affecting my everyday life. It's affecting my relationships, and it's a problem that I know I need to work on. It's the reason that I couldn't go on Not That Y'all Care, not that y'all want me on there anyway, or give a singular shit, but Tristan and Channing actually covered for me and said that there was tech issues when in reality, I had a glass of wine and I took things too far. You give me an inch and I take a mile. And that's just not the example that I want to set for this community. It's a beautiful community. And I'm seeing a lot of people say, I'm getting toe up like Kat. I saw a girl that got married that said she got toe up like Kat at her wedding, and now she's not even gonna remember her wedding. And that's on me, okay? And that's not the legacy that I wanna leave. So I am gonna work on it. I am gonna get better. If I'm not drinking, which I'm not gonna be drinking anymore, I'll start smoking. I'll do something else. I just wanna say you have two really good examples sitting right in front of you. You have Tristan in one chair, Channing in another, and they're just model citizens, and they do not drink. But if they were to be accidentally like slipped a sip of alcohol or something, their behavior is perfect every single time. Okay, so I urge you to look at them and listen to them because they will lead you in the right direction. Okay, and I love y'all. Happy episode 12.
Wow, Kat. I mean,
Really,
I
Kat?
could literally hear her
Her
slurring.
eyes look glazed.
Glazed
too,
over
didn't
all.
they?
I agree.
They not look completely glazed.
How much do you think she had to drink today?
I don't want to talk about
I
it.
think she's on a bender.
Gonna need to go check in on her tonight.
I totally agree. I hope she is watching somewhere with a beer in hand.
Well, I'm sure. I mean, probably something much
Yeah.
stiffer than that.
Pour me a drink. Well, yeah, I hope y'all enjoy episode 12 today.
Me-
You know, we went through your bullet points, obviously.
To the best of our ability.
Best of our ability.
We try to, you know, we built this up to something, so we're trying to give y'all
A
something
little bit.
to work with, and also a shit ton more. But we also had to kind of keep it within the parameters
PG.
to have our, you know, self-respect and everything still intact at the end of this episode. So
And that our friends still respect us as well. So we're going to give y'all as much as we can. Any other questions, we'll talk in the Facebook. I don't,
Yeah.
you know, y'all can kind of talk amongst yourselves on that front.
and in the chat during this premiere as
And
well.
in the chat during the premiere. I think that could be really gorgeous for the community.
I do too.
All right, y'all. Welcome in.
First topic of discussion that we had submitted.
Okay.
Because I don't even think we ever brought this up, but people just wanted to know, I guess, some college stories about us. Because obviously we did become friends in college.
Mm-hmm.
Graduated in 2018.
Yeah.
So it has been like, what is that, like 7 years?
No, literally. Well, since we knew each other, that
We've
was
known each other
2014.
10 years. 11 years.
11 years. So, I mean, we've had so many nights and so many days.
Since then, yeah. So
Since
it's kind of
then.
hard to flicker back to that time
Grasp
and
the
reminisce.
story.
But we've thought of a couple things.
Thought of a couple things. And just want to let y'all know. Pretty good bit.
So why don't you start us off?
I mean, with
You start us off a pretty good bit.
we were trying to think of stories to tell y'all, and like, honest to God, it is pretty hard. I mean, there was like a couple instances, like number one, for instance, like when Channing and Zoe had moved forward and found out I was LG, and they
That
were
was one
upset.
of our good friends in college, one of my roommates, Zoe.
And they were upset that I had not told them yet, but I, you know, so I was going around and I was making my rounds like in college. So
Okay, well, picture this actually. Tristan,
Okay.
We set Tristan
yeah,
up.
when did you find out?
Picture this actually. We set Tristan up on a date with one of our sorority sisters.
So pretty.
You acted
she
like
was pretty.
she is pretty.
I did really like
It
her.
was this blonde girl, and Tristan acted like he had the biggest crush on her. And it was a date party that was called Mai Tai. So it's like that girl is wearing.
Was
your
that freshman
tie.
year? Pretty good bit.
Sophomore year, pretty good bit.
Okay.
Sophomore year, and so we literally thought that Tristan liked this girl. So we were like, okay. And she, I think, liked you,
Yeah.
of course, Clifton. And then so we were like, okay, let's make it happen. So I like had gotten one of your ties, gave it to her. So what
Did
was
we explain the premise of my tie?
my tie is, the girls show up wearing a guy's tie. And then like, that's how you find out who your date was. Like your friends are supposed to set you up. But I think we told you that we were setting you up with her.
Yeah.
And
I was head over heels.
because
y'all.
you acted like you actually did like her. So what was running through your head when we set you up for that?
I was completely nervous, y'all.
Or did you actually like her? Or were you trying to
yes,
pretend
I did like her. I mean, I didn't know like whether I liked her or not. I knew that I was, LG like leaning, and I didn't realize what? I didn't realize what kind of that was. So I was like, oh yeah, like maybe I actually do like her at the time. And so
You were trying to make it work.
I was trying to make it work. I was given with what I was given. And she's very, very cute, sweet young woman. I mean, it's just not ended up being my cup of tea.
You all did have fun that night.
We did have fun that night.
Did she try to like initiate like making a move or anything?
I don't
or?
even know. I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think we ended up kissing.
Okay.
Sadly, I was heartbroken.
I know you've said before that you had kissed a couple girls in college.
I had.
But she was not one of them?
She was not one of them. I don't think.
Did you more of like make out with girls just like at parties? Or
It was
did
just
you
more so at parties. Yeah.
take girls home?
I.
If you don't mind me asking. Tristan doesn't ever tell me these things, so I'm asking.
So I'm gonna
publicly.
tell the entire podcast nation.
I'm curious.
No, I don't really want to go into it.
This is the episode where we have to go into
That's
it.
episode 24. That's a very good
All I'm gonna
point.
say is, did you ever
There have been instances, yes.
that you went home with a girl?
Yes. That was very on. That was like freshman year college Tristan.
Was it girls that you like met at a date party and you're like,
I can't get into it anymore. I'm embarrassed now.
it's not? I'm about to say horrible stuff about myself, embarrassing stuff. So like, it's fine.
It was like a mixture of like people that that'd be out with or from
Was it like
class.
people you were friends with or like random girls?
It like I really random girls, people that I had known also as well.
Okay.
Not going into specifics of names.
I know that. And then let me ask you one more thing.
Okay.
What like base did you make it to with them?
No, stop.
I'm curious. Peter told me that he is like fully hooked up with a girl, so I'm just curious if that's similar for you. Peter, hope you don't mind. Thanks.
I am not going into any more details.
Okay. I know you made it to the second, but I'm just curious if you've ever taken it.
My God.
Could you ever tell me personally? So I'm asking today. In a full sweat.
Okay, I'm so hot.
Okay. Do you want to say?
Okay, so then we went to a date party together. I guess you were my next lady that I was interested in.
No, we were just friends.
We were just strictly friends.
Anyway, with all that being said, we thought he liked girls, and then
Right.
we found out that you were telling some of like your friends from home that you were leaning LG.
I had told Katie Dupre on the street corner of an Ole Miss bar, like by the library.
Okay.
So that was really cute. Completely sobbing, tears crying, doing that. And then I had gone to University of Alabama with some of my other best girlfriends, and I told them. And then, I mean, I would say that, but
Don't say that.
I'm not gonna I'm gonna edit it.
Okay.
It's like, I mean, I already knew that, and then
Okay.
just walked out of the room, which was very, very pretty.
Okay.
I really wish I could talk more about her wedding. So I was doing that, and then they had heard from the like grapevine of this happening, because like kind of once you do that in the South, you kind of just like immediately expect that it's gonna like, bulldoze through every single.
Sparks a wildfire.
Yep, sparks a wildfire. So I was completely toast by the time it had made it to them. I kind of had already expected that it made it to them, and
Right.
then here we are.
Well, we were just like, why didn't you tell us? Like, obviously, we love you and like support you, but like now, obviously, I understand it's
Harder
your
to tell,
journey
yeah.
and it's however you want to do it. So
Hard to tell those
all
closest to
good.
you.
All good.
Love getting deep already on the pod.
With that being said, we had a specific question that Alex is going to reveal to you from a listener. Your first gay experience. I'm saying what Alex said because she is not mic'd. So I think a couple people wanted to know your first LG
I was gonna
experience.
say that I really thought that it was mallard ball at some capacity, because I remember being in camo. I was very, very drunk, but I remember being in camo.
went to a date party where it was called Mallard Ball and you wear camo.
I really think it went, but I don't know. Because when did we go to mallard ball together?
Junior year, I think.
Okay. Because it was definitely like sophomore year or late freshman year.
Did you go with someone else the year before?
I don't know. Maybe.
Okay.
But I just remember I was in camo. So I was like, I feel like insane, like hooking up with a guy being in camo.
Right.
because I would look like I was like gone hunting and gone fishing too.
Okay. And then on that note, you're going to get mad. How did you meet this person?
On Grindr.
Okay. So you had Grindr downloaded.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
Freshman year.
Yeah.
Okay. So freshman year.
Yeah. Freshman year is when it all changed.
Okay.
I'd unlocked some new premiums.
Okay. That's good.
Very cool.
Thank you for opening up and letting me know. I appreciate it. Are you feeling good about what's been spoken?
I'm not happy about it. I'm feeling a little bombarded,
okay,
but
I said we could talk about other stuff next. We're just starting with you.
very cool. I might need to like vape publicly, openly on the on this one.
No. Okay.
Take 49.
Continuing on with kind of the college escapades, etc. Another really, really big question,
Okay.
frequently asked question, is going to be, and I feel bad, we're doing a lot of heat on Tristan right now. We're going to talk about me as well in just a couple hours, but
Okay. Thank you for letting me know.
is about your arrest.
This one I can actually talk about with like pretty much ease.
Okay.
Shit happens. Shit hits the complete and utter fan. Y'all are aware of this. I mean, so I had met this young woman. I will not name names because I don't know if she wants this publicly. We had actually met in Spanish class. It was a very, very pretty time. And then, we were going steady. We were going pretty steady.
No, y'all weren't.
We were. We were.
Texting and stuff?
Oh, yeah. We were just like texting here and there. She sat in front of me in Spanish. She
Okay.
ended up asking me to a date party, which was called Psychedelics, one of the first like date parties, which is also with Channing sorority as well. They all intertwine. Sororities kind of like mix and mingle. And so we had gone to that. We had gone to a pregame, and then this young woman who I do not like, not my date, but another young woman was driving us.
Who was that? You can tell me personally later.
I even forgot her name. She was like an annoying alpha gam.
Yeah. Okay.
And she was really, really terrible.
Okay.
Anywho, she was driving us on over to the pregame, which was very, very sweet until I found out, it was not sweet at all.
Wait, why?
She had parked on into the spot right beside Sky Bar. If you go to Auburn or you know of Auburn, Sky Bar is like big bar, one of the biggest in SEC and just like college bars in general. She had done that. My date had actually was getting out of the car and fallen out of the vehicle.
On the way there?
Once we got to the bar.
Okay.
Then I walked around the vehicle and I'd
Okay.
noticed the cops had already were like checking on her. And so I had gotten greeted with the police. And so I was very, very scared.
So you didn't even go into the date party?
No, we did not make
I
it into the
didn't
date
think I knew
party.
that. Okay.
Luckily, so we were getting questioned, etc. Have we been drinking? And I'm like, no, oh my God, no, never. And then I don't even know. I don't think I got breathalyzed. But she had gotten in trouble for her fake ID. I had actually hid mine behind my my phone. So
Smart thinker.
very, very good. So while I was doing that, I had swapped my ID behind my phone, so they did not find that. I'm very, very smart. And did still get arrested, but still very, very smart.
Okay.
While that was happening, my dear friend Joe P was up on the balcony area.
Okay.
We had a group at the time, a group me, and he had actually texted that I do think Tristan is getting arrested right now. And then he had sent a photo of that happening to our group chat. And then luckily, so all that was happening. I do remember like when I was going in, like being driven to that, we had
To what?
to the
station?
jail.
To the
Yeah,
station?
I was
So you were in the
going
back of the cop
downtown.
car?
Yes.
With your date?
Yeah, no, not with my date. I think we were in separate cars. No, we were together.
Just the two of y'all?
Yeah,
Okay.
so romantic. And then we had actually gone over. We were taken downtown, pretty good bit. And then I remember, I don't know what song it was, but I had asked the officer to please turn it up a little
There's
bit
no
because I had really liked it, and I
There's
just
no
wanted
way.
one little bit.
There's no way. What did he say?
He complied and he was able to do that
Well,
for me.
that's nice.
And then I do remember when so you get to make like one call, but I'd always wondered like how people got the numbers. They
Right.
let you turn on your phone. So I'd actually my phone was off, and then I turned my phone on. I'd actually seen all the notifications from people
From the group me?
from the group me coming
Push
through, like
in.
everyone, like we need someone to stay awake. I think Tristan like has been
nice.
taken downtown. So everyone was really looking out for me, which I really loved that
That is
aspect
sweet.
of it. And then I was able to go ahead and get Katie D's number, and then her dad, Frankie D, was able to
Dr. D.
was able to kind of do that, and then
Do what? Gave her money to get you out?
bail. Yes,
He wasn't, because he wasn't there.
He was not there
He
because,
gave
and
her
we were
money
all
to come
like
get you
very
out.
broke, and yeah, so he
Right.
had to transfer that money on over.
Okay.
I didn't feel comfortable telling my parents at the time.
Okay.
And then we went to, what did we do? Oh, and then Katie and I believe Rain maybe picked me up that next morning.
Okay.
I had thrown up all outside of Katie's car on the side of her car after she had bailed me out.
Did you sleep in a cell?
I did on the
with
concrete
your
floor.
Date or with
No,
alone?
I did see her from the other side, and so we were able to like wave to each other and just kind of like cry. Don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened, kind of thing.
Were you crying actually?
I think I did cry a little bit, but I met this like young man who was a KA actually, and we had a very great time together. He had actually gotten arrested at psychedelic as well.
Okay, great.
So it was very good. And then for the next like couple years at all, we would just make that our ongoing joke and excitement that, you know, I had made a new friend at least. The food in there was not great.
What did you eat?
I think like eggs. Like eight
at
complete
night, like
eggs.
in the night or for breakfast and morning?
I don't know. I think it was about 4 to 5 at that hour.
Okay.
So that was
what
not,
time did you get released?
I don't really remember. I think about 7 maybe, 7
Okay.
or 8. And then here's the kicker. So we went to Chick-fil-A, threw up all on the side of Katie's car, and then we went to, actually, believe it or not, I showered, and then I went to class with my date that also got arrested, and then we were both at class at about 9:30 a.m.
Okay.
And we just did not speak on it until we were able to laugh about it.
Was your arrest, it was a MIP or public intox?
I think it was public intox.
Okay, great.
Yeah. So, there you go.
There you go.
At least at the end of the day, made a mistake, and then
You've
went to
learned from
class
it?
the next morning.
Yeah, you learned from it. And also, did you get it cleared from your record?
I did.
See, so there you go. It didn't affect like you graduating. You're
Yep.
a student recruiter.
My
his
mom did
job's
cry in
today.
court.
Okay.
So that was very pretty. She had to go watch me testify on the stand, I think. I don't really remember.
Jesus, what did
yeah.
you say for that?
I don't remember, and I choose to black it out. Thank
okay,
you.
I don't think I knew y'all went to court.
Yeah, it was really fun. Well, everybody has to go if you like it. And I think that guy was there as well. And then my date was also there. We all, it's very similar
Big
court
reunion.
dates.
Big
yeah.
reunion.
So pretty. Y'all would have loved it.
Okay, awesome. Thank you for sharing that.
Very cool.
We love you, you know, and everybody makes mistakes and everybody learns.
Totally agree.
If you got arrested today, who would you call to bail you out? Other than me.
This reminds me of the Bridesmaid song I was talking about a couple episodes ago. I would probably call, honest to God, probably still Katie. Or if it's like, if I knew they needed to be like LA people, trying to think of who would maybe be awake for me to call. If Alexa still lived here, I would
Yeah.
probably call. Even Alexa could probably like wire
Make it
transfer
work, yeah.
cash to me. And then she would probably give me an Uber. So I'd probably call Alexa. And
I
thank
love
you,
it.
Joe P, for realizing
Think
that.
he listens?
I do think he listens. He actually might. He's a very sweet boy.
I love it.
Let's get into a little bit about Channing. You know, I was under fire for a little bit, and that's all right. That's all right. If this is your first time listening to the podcast, I strongly recommend y'all go back and maybe tune into a couple of our other episodes.
We have a lot of positive things about us as well.
We do. We have a bunch of positive artifacts about us that, you know, nobody cared to hear about that this time.
Everybody wanted just the dirty secrets.
The raw and rebellious truth.
Here we are.
Channing, I think we had a couple questions for you, kind of concerns. I think number one.
Concerns?
Well, the audience had a couple concerns, and I think
As do I.
the first kind of thing would telling us about your BS journey.
This journey?
BS journey.
Okay.
And just any specific stories. I know we're thinking of one that, honestly, if you were at our friend Shannon Ford's show.
Stop, please.
So we were actually, our friend Shannon Tour had a live podcast tour. No, you're fine. No, you're fine. Our friend Shannon Ford had a live podcast show, and me and Channing had the espresso martinis at one point, and then she had gone up on stage in front of the whole theater and had told this story. So I know she's a little bit nervous now to say it, but kind of walk us through, and I'll ask questions as it follows too. So
Okay. Well, I was talking to one of our friends on the phone before we came over here tonight, and I was like, I'm going to tell my big IBS story. And he was like, oh, the one where you shit your pants in the car? I said, no.
no.
Said, what else did he say? Oh, the one where you, something else, like, because there are so many. But this is my big one.
Okay. Do you want me to like lead in, or do you want to just go full force into what exactly happened and what exactly did you say?
Why don't you lead in? I guess I don't know what you're going to say, but let's keep it.
So Channing was seeing a young gentleman way back when.
This was, I
and
think, like 4 years ago, maybe.
yeah, it was a pretty good bit ago. And she was seeing this young man. They were actually headed on a date night. And he was recently a pilot.
Very
Very recently, Peter's calling me to get let in. I'm going to escort him
Peter's
in.
coming to help with tech a pretty good bit.
And so they had actually started dating, and they were going on dates and everything, and they were flying from the Birmingham region to the Auburn region to go out for a nice dinner. And then, I think you were having some wine, filet, etc. Kind of tell us a little bit about what happened after that.
Okay, so we were flying from. So he was recently a pilot, and by that I mean he was flying like really small planes that are like smaller than our studio, which Alex was shocked to see how small our studio is. It's like the size of a car, like a van,
right.
like a
Fiat,
like a Cessna plane, like is what it's called. They're like really truly so small. So anyway, he was recently a pilot. So after we were flying from Birmingham to Auburn to see my grandmother for Mother's Day, which was actually sweet. We were going to dinner with her.
It was a great date on paper.
On paper, yes.
What met the eye later was a little
digitally, internally, it went off the rails a pretty good bit.
Okay.
And so
Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Sure. So I have major stomach problems for some reason. I always really have. I have it's a pretty good bit.
As does like
years.
everyone that we've ever been friends with. Like I think we kind of like
we just have like digestion problems. I don't know why.
And it like, airdrops from friend to friend.
Yeah, it's like I'm about to go like blow up your bathroom and what do we call it? Bottom out. Yeah. Peter just arrived to
help. Give a quick pause on it. No, come in here.
Come in this way.
Come in this way. Come in this way.
Waiting on Peter. Here's Peter.
Hi all. I'm in Channing's way. Hi everyone.
Happy belated to Peter.
Thank you.
Let's kind of get more into a little bit more of the details about you bottoming out. So
I have stomach problems. Bottom line, like people are like, oh yeah, me too. Like my stomach hurts sometimes. It's like for me, if I like feel the urge to go to the bathroom, like then it's pretty like rapid fire. I need to be like over a toilet within the next 3 to 4 business seconds, or else it's like it will be hot lava-ing out of me in like a liquid form.
I appreciate you letting me know.
I totally agree. So anyway, what had happened was we had the filet. I think I had probably like 800 drinks. I think it was like a Sunday night because it was Mother's Day. Mm-hmm. So the little like FBO thing was closed. That's like the office with like the bathrooms and stuff like that was like locked up. So anyway, after the little dinner portion was said and done, we get back on the plane. He's like also going through like a paper checklist because he was like a not newer, but like I think he still had to like check through everything, make sure he's
every
ready
pilot
to
has
off.
to do that as well.
Yeah, okay, so I think that was the case. But anyway,
it's like a semi-new pilot. He was going through like some sort of checklist. I have no clue what it was.
He would be doing that. But anyway, as he's going through it, it's like a semi-long list. He's down to like bottom 3. What happens with my area down here?
You were down to bottom 3 too.
I was also down to bottom 3.
Believe it or not.
I just feel something like rumbling completely down. And I was like, And I tried to tell him like I have IBS, and he was like, no, I mean me too. I was like, you don't get it, baby.
You don't get it,
baby. It's me, and baby, you're safe, but I'm not safe truly because we were on runway. We were on the freaking runway. Okay, so it's like motor is on, like getting revved up, like zzz, like ready to take off.
Was it?
It was like zzz, ready to take off, and then like it all drops down and is hitting me really, really, really heavily. Also, this story I've told like a lot of our friends this. I've never told my family members this. Episode 12 of Not That Y'all Care is brought to you by Nut Pods.
No, y'all don't care. I mean, we used to use very, very sugary coffee creamers. Could you literally imagine?
I totally agree. It was disgusting. It
was
so
gross. It made me feel gross. Like in the mornings.
It drained me. I was completely freaking drained.
I was sluggish.
I was too.
I was exhausted.
I
totally agree with you.
I do too.
What did we find?
Do you want to know?
I would love to know.
I'm excited to announce that we were able to find Nut Pods.
I totally agree. You know what Nut Pods is made out of?
It's nothing artificial, is it, Tristan?
It's not artificial. It's actually going to be cane sugar.
Wow. Okay. It's made from almonds. It's made from coconut.
Honestly, game changer.
What more could you ask for?
Not much.
I'm obsessed.
I am too. Nut Pods is actually one of the leading dairy-free creamers on the market, made with very, very unique and intricate flavors that we absolutely adore.
Picture this.
Okay.
They use none of the gums, oils, or other artificial flavors of other leading coffee creamers.
Ooh, yes, 100%. I love to hear that.
Airball.
Not only did we find Nut Pods, we found their brand new
birthday cake creamer. I mean, wow.
As seen
Just
here,
wow.
Their brand new birthday cake creamer is actually going to be what I'm sipping on. I feel like you might be too.
Totally am.
You've got to try this. I'm doing my matcha today.
I have a latte. And drinking this latte with the birthday cake infusion almost reminds me, Tristan, of the days way back before the bills started piling up.
You talking about 09?
Back when we used to know how to have a little bit of fun. It's great.
Nut Pods brings me back. I mean, I love it. It reminds me of the good old days.
And the birthday cake flavor is actually going to be available nationwide for a limited time at not only Kroger, also going to be at Sprouts.
Sprouts as well, also too. Kroger and Sprouts as well.
You'll
Also,
sprint to either of those locations completely nationwide.
or order. And right now, you can actually use code NTYC20 for a discount on your first nutpods.com order.
Yay!
Yay!
Obsessed.
I mean, Nut Pods has just got y'all's back, and I'm gonna cheers to you for
as
episode
well.
12, and I also want to give a big cheers to Nut
Nut
Pods,
Pod.
our first
Can you
sponsor
believe that?
of the podcast.
So official. We couldn't be more grateful for you, Nut Pods. Thanks.
Y'all go get some Nut Pods.
Love y'all.
I hope y'all enjoyed a pretty good
I
bit.
told Shannon Ford's live audience this, but I haven't told like my mom this. So anyway, I hope you like this one. Anyway, so we're down to the bottom 3, and I was like, hold on a second, and he was like, "What's wrong?" And I was like, like I was like getting the cold sweats, like genuinely. So I was like, I really need to use the bathroom, and he was like, "You need to pee," and I was like, a little bit, and so he was like. Like, I guess you could like go over there, like in the grass on the tarmac of the airport, and we were the only like plane there because I don't know why no one's there on a Sunday night. I guess because it was like a university airport or something like that. And everything like that. So anyway,
It's like more of a university airport. Or
so
something.
what I had to do was like tears were in my eyes, sweat rolling down my forehead, and everything like that. And so I had to step out of the plane. Try to step out of eyesight of the plane, squat down into the tarmac grass.
I pray for security cam footage. Someone's got to have.
I was like, this probably like made like newspapers the next day, like literally. So I'm like squatting down, like I'm literally like crying, and move forward doing. I don't want to get into the details, but
I don't want to get into the details.
completely bottoming out on the
Tarmac.
on the tarmac grass, and then I'm sitting there like, okay, because one thing I didn't have on my person, toilet paper.
I didn't have toilet paper around my person.
So I had to fully move forward, taking my complete and utter pants off.
This reminded me of a separate story when we had to do
No.
that after a Rivadere chase.
Yes, I was thinking about that too. Fully move forward, taking my pants off, and then I move forward, taking my underwear off, and using almost my underwear as more of
It actually almost ended up being my underwear.
as more of kind of that piece to use to kind of like wipe myself out and through.
Okay.
And
I appreciate you letting me know.
and no, it's not the kind of thing y'all care to hear, but I was more wearing like a thong, and so it wasn't really giving me like a lot to work with. And then by the time
Limited square footage on that device.
on my very, very fat actual ass. And so, so I'm sitting there pouring sweat, soaking wet, like literally crying, wiping my very fat bottom with a small square footage thong piece, and then throwing it onto the tarmac, trying to pull my pants back on.
Okay.
And then I'm back on the plane. By the way, when I like have my big bottom out like that, another one follows up usually about 10 minutes after, but I didn't have I couldn't do that again. So
We
I
were
was
not
just
at the place or time to do that.
So I just get back on the plane, and he was like, "Everything okay?" I was like, "Do
Do
not
not touch me.
Do not touch
Ow,
me."
ow, ow, ow,
He
ow.
was like, "You seem like kind of anxious. Do not touch me and do not speak to me." And I think it was like a 45-minute flight. The whole time I'm sitting there like actually tearing up. And that's my big one to share for today. And I don't really want to do a lot of follow-up
Channing
questions.
had gotten off the plane and then I think ran off the plane and had
called
spoken with me
Tristan.
on the phone.
I called Tristan literally pretty immediately.
Kind of explained the situation and what had happened. I didn't really know the best advice to give you, but you
Tristan
probably be yourself.
had told the gentleman, "I'm glad you got to see the real Channing." That's what you said.
It is the truth.
It's true.
It's really, it's nice to like just open up and really get it all out there,
Yeah.
literally. And then I probably just told her to head on to Victoria's Secret and get another onk. So
Very scary.
I appreciate everyone letting us know.
Very, very scary. That
So
was
comment
rough on
below
me.
y'all's worst IBS
Trying to make me feel a
story.
little bit better, but I don't think you can really beat like shitting on a tarmac. Brown hearts for the tarmac X thong story.
Brown hearts for the Auburn Airport tarmac.
I literally was like,
If
they
you
definitely
could.
have video footage of this. And
That would be really great to see.
no, it would not for me. I mean, at this point, yeah, because it was a pretty good bit ago. But anyway,
Pretty decent bit ago. I do miss you telling that story at Shannon Ford's show.
I do not want to talk about that, as I had to block that out of my memory. They said something about like a pilot in a plane. I was like, oh, I have a story. I had like
It's like a theater
14
full
cut
of people.
water espresso martinis, which are very strong.
Also, no, I literally think we only had 1 to 2, and they were genuinely the
That
most
strong.
strong drink that part. And then they were literally that strong. So
and
we
weren't you
really-
in the bathroom and you said you heard over the speaker me telling
Yes.
that
So I was
story?
very, very scared, and I had run back out, and I do see Channing on stage in front of a large theater.
Next topic.
Okay, we're going to move on from that. Thank you.
All right.
This has got to
We're
end.
having a pretty difficult time with this. We are
It's
just
taking us like 9 hours to film. Normally, to knock it out in about an hour.
moving forward. Another question that we got asked was the punching story. That I guess I don't really know why I brought that up, but I did.
Well, when you have
And
a
y'all
podcast, it's
remember?
really kind of difficult to like not really, because we don't really plan what we're going to talk about until we really
We just
walk in the
ad-lib,
venue.
yeah.
And so some things just kind of come up. So
Okay, so I think a lot of people thought that you got punched.
right, I don't think. Oh, I did get slapped one time, or I slapped someone one time at a festival because
I
the
did
guy
not know.
pushed me and then I pushed him back. Because it was at Music Midtown in Atlanta, and he said I was sweaty. I was like a little bit bigger than I'm comfortable with at the time, and he said I was sweating. I really was. I was like wet.
Well, it was
like
probably hot.
wet mud. It was so hot. It was probably like 100 degrees in the middle of the summer
And
in
that's
Atlanta.
natural sweat.
I totally agree. He said like, "Ooh, you're so fucking sweaty," and like
Ew,
pushed me,
that's
and then
rude.
I pushed him, and then I think there was some, and then
Altercations.
yeah, and so that was anywho.
Slapped him.
I didn't mean to take away the story about yours, but I
Let's
had
talk about you a pretty good bit.
I had a memory.
I did not know that either.
Yeah, it was
so
pretty.
we're also learning a lot about each other on this episode as well too. so.
Totally agree.
Okay, so the punching story was actually I got punched by one of our friends that does not live here. I think people thought like you got punched here in LA. This was again a few years ago, and we were in New Orleans and
Tensions were high.
for Mardi Gras. And it was by one of our friends. We were very good friends to this day. So we worked through it. We chatted it out and we made up a pretty good bit. But he had lost his wallet that night in New Orleans. So he was already like in a horrible mood. And him and Tristan were actually screwing at the time a pretty good bit. I woke up and saw hickeys all over Tristan's neck, by the way, a pretty good bit.
Channing.
I'm kidding.
He's not kidding. We were screwing a pretty good bit at the time, so I feel horrible.
I wasn't lying about that a pretty good bit.
Okay,
Anyway, did y'all screw that night after this happened or the night before?
I don't know. I can't recall. It was a lot.
Anyway, so we were staying.
Oh,
with,
I miss
we
it.
were staying with his aunt, our friend's
His
aunt,
auntie.
and she was like, "You guys can come home whenever. Like y'all are staying upstairs. You won't wake me up. Da da da." And
Don't tell us that.
Yeah, I was like, okay, then I'm gonna stay out like a pretty good bit late.
Yeah.
And our friend had lost his wallet, blah blah blah, in a bad mood. So he's like, we're leaving. I think he had drinking a little
Pretty
bit.
good bit.
Pretty good bit, as had we. So I was like, I'm not ready to leave. Like, I'm having a good time, a pretty good bit. And then he was like, Cheney, come on, we're leaving right now. And I was like, I'm not leaving. Like, your aunt said we could come home whenever we want. I can call my own Uber. I really don't care.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like,
We got clearance already.
yeah. And he was like, no, we're leaving right now. Like, come on, Channing. Started escalating, like screaming, like, come on, Channing, like yelling like that. Uppercutted me in the stomach.
Okay.
While he was also screaming, while we were like just sitting at a bar, like completely in public. And then again, I started crying because I mean, a lady doesn't like to be left in waiting, and a lady doesn't like to be punched or hit
Or told to simmer.
I don't really think I've ever been hit before nor since, thankfully. And so I was just like, A, shocked, B, in the stomach, it knocks the breath out of you. So I was like, okay, holy freaking airball. But like, then I look at, because you were standing there and I was like, you better back me up right now. And you were like in shock as well, jaw dropped.
I was kind of like taking it all in.
Oh yeah. And then he sent a Snapchat after he punched me in the stomach and said, peace. It was just a peace sign. Zoom in on the peace sign. Ended my friendship with Channing tonight. Like, baby, the fuck? I ended my friendship with you tonight, by the way. Like, that was not your decision to make. You just fucking punched me in the stomach, uppercut style.
I agree.
So, anyway, we didn't speak for a couple weeks. We workshopped it out. It's fine now. He is still one of our very best friends. I still love you like a brother or sister. And
Very good sister.
we moved through that, but please don't let your hands on me in the future if you're hearing this, and I know you are.
Very, very cool.
Awesome. I do love you, baby. Next.
Okay. What is next? A lot of questions we got. Maybe boyfriends we don't like, or ex-boyfriends we have not cared for. TikTok application.
Let's not start with that. Let's not start with that.
Mr.
Let's start with. Okay, one of our friends, Patrick, gave us complete clearance to talk about this. He dated someone that we didn't truly care for, such as the Not That Y'all Care podcast. We don't care for him
because he did not care for us. And we give everyone the benefit of the doubt
100%
to begin with. Just want to clear that up.
Yeah. Also, like, we are a lot, but we know how to like mold ourselves to like be sweet to other people. We're always nothing but friendly.
I totally agree.
Etc. But he just didn't treat us with that kind of respect and utmost kindness that we would have been seeking and searching for, etc. I think he just couldn't acknowledge us because I don't think we had enough followers for him to like give a damn.
It was very scary.
Something I think is a little bit off kilter for him, and I don't like the way that he treated our friend Patrick either, to be honest.
I agree.
And the aftermath of that is definitely unique. So that's an example of someone's boyfriend that we don't care for. If you know who we're talking about, awesome. If you don't, that's very, very cool. And we will not probably say a good bit more about that. But I wish everyone nothing but the best. I just think he didn't like us, and that's fine.
And that's totally okay.
Flowers. In the chat for Patrick. Flowers in the chat for Patrick for support.
Yes.
And on the note of that, we could talk about, because this was the number one question.
It's been asked ever since we've kind of really since it all happened and kind of all washed through. We have
what? What were you gonna say?
Oh God, what were you gonna say?
Why don't you go ahead?
Number one question.
Yeah, what do you think the number one?
I was gonna talk about. What were you gonna talk about? What were you gonna talk about?
Who's screwing who?
Oh, see, I didn't know all that.
Okay, and then let's talk about who's screwing who, because I do think who's screwing who was the number one. That might be the number two. IBS number three. Russ number four.
So we used to have a friend here, very, very good best friend of ours. And then I think as time faded, we kind of drifted apart a pretty good bit. I feel like it was just kind of like, how would you describe it?
I think we just grew apart. Maybe things were different, and that's fine. Totally fine.
We just kind of grew apart. We had found out that this young woman was actually moving away, and we weren't really kind of told like the more specifics or details about why,
or
when,
that she was,
how, or that she was. And so we were all like pretty caught off guard a pretty good bit, and then kind of hit with a series of videos that kind of painted some of our friends in a bad light, and that may or may not have been accurate. And then her roommate was one of those people who got kind of like targeted with those specific videos as well, which was pretty tough to watch. People drag like some of our best friends, and also someone who we like really did, at this point still think was our best friend. There was a couple events that kind of led up to this, and I think it was definitely like, it was not great. Again, wish her nothing but the best, but a little heads up or forewarning or information.
Yeah, because also like we would have been happy to like
champion and support her.
We just weren't like privy to the knowledge really that much. We were kind of all hearing it through the grapevine that this person was moving. And then now down to the number one question. Is this the last one, Alex, or what else? Who's screwing? Okay. There were a lot of like Pacific names kind of thrown in the bucket of the Google form chat thing. But number one question is who's screwing who in the friend group? Because again, I guess we let that slip that some people in our friend group have screwed. But I'm not like super comfortable with giving like name and numbers of those people because it's neither of us. With these people, do we screw each other occasionally?
100%.
Do we screw everybody else in the friend group? 150%.
Yeah. And we can if we want to.
But actually, I don't think we're going to say a pretty good bit about that because it's not us. How many people in the friend group have you kissed?
I've kissed pretty much every single person in our I think I have kissed every single person that you probably have ever seen me in a photo with online. Thank you so much.
How many people in our friend group have you screwed?
Pretty much everyone. That's not true.
That part's not true.
That part.
Got that part. I was gonna say, me and you have kissed. We don't really make out because we're a little more like sisters.
Yeah, like sisters.
But I've kissed all, like you, Brett, a pretty good bit just when we're out.
Strictly out.
I kissed Marshall in a truth or dare game a couple weeks ago.
Very pretty.
Which was pretty.
I guess I could match. Yes.
Okay. I have made out with Frankie.
I have two.
And we sent a video to her boyfriend, so all good. Thanks, Wilson, for the clearance on that.
support.
A lot of the other people won't let me kiss them. I've kissed Patrick a few years ago.
Me too.
Pretty good bit. The only thing I will really say on that is when I was living with you and Patricia, you know, I was sleeping on the couch a lot because I was supposed to be sleeping in the bed with you, but you were snoring a little bit at that time. You definitely have improved with that, but
Thank you so
I'm
much.
very OCD with my like sleep schedule patterns. I need like a noise machine, eye mask, etc. So I was sleeping on the couch a pretty good bit. And obviously the word of the week is pretty good bit.
It's
by
pretty
the
good
way. Because we cannot stop
Welcome
saying
to Word of the Week.
Let's
Y'all
get a
screw a pretty good
counter on how many times is that a pretty good bit. But
Let's go
anyway,
pretty good bit.
one time after, you know, we used to do knitting club a pretty good bit. And after that, a lot of times on Wednesdays, me, you, and Patrick would do wine nights where we would order like 8,000 bottles of wine and pretty much chug them. And because I was sleeping on the couch, one time Patrick also slept on the couch with me because we had a lot of wine.
True.
And then y'all woke up the next day and saw just me and Patrick like on the couch together. And this was before he had completely come through and out of the
glass ceiling.
The glass
Before he had shattered the
broken
glass ceiling.
And y'all thought we actually really did hook up, and we obviously did. So we were like just convincing everyone that we actually did because we had like made out a few times, etc. So we had Sodi was convinced for like a year that we like fully hooked up.
Right.
And otherwise,
You think he's your forever?
I think for you,
I do too. More on that.
Patrick's like just a sweetheart. He's just like obviously cute and
24.
so sweet to everyone. But anyway, that's all on that. A lot of other people in the group won't let me kiss them. I try to kiss Brooke and Kat. They won't let me kiss. They'll go like this. When I try to kiss them, lips tucked in. Alexa won't let me kiss her.
Damn.
Anyway, I mean, that's just my love language. Is like kissing and like screwing.
I don't know how we're going to edit this. It's going to take me 6 days and 6 nights to edit this.
I will not be watching this episode back.
I'm not going to watch this episode either. Sorry for Alex, who is going to have to watch it after she's been here.
For hours on end after we've had her in this
The
torture chamber for
scariest
the whole
episode
night.
I've ever done in my entire life. There's... Believe it or not, all of the camera battery did just die a pretty good bit, which is probably for the best. I think it is a sign. This has been very, very. I know you didn't. Lord have literal mercy. Can you believe it?
Wasn't that something special?
It was definitely something. Definitely a sweetheart.
Unique, inside and out. Thank y'all for sitting through that. I hope you enjoyed. I hope
Yeah, y'all
give
didn't
us
really
a
care for it,
little
but
bit of grace because we also had to kind of share some personal things as well.
I want to hit a minimum of 42,000 subscribers, but hopefully that we already are at that
by the end of
at
this
episode.
And on Instagram, I want to hit 2 mil.
I want to hit at least 2 mil on Instagram.
And TikTok as well. So.
TikTok too. The TikTok, let's do 5.
Okay, 5 on TikTok, 2 on Instagram, and then I want to hit, I think, 16 mil on our personal accounts?
That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll leave it at that. Yeah.
If you haven't yet, please go shop the merch. Let us know what you think. Remember, we've got some really gorgeous items in there. While it is summertime right now, those summer nights get real, real cold, especially if you're by the coast. The Dagiana's by the coast. I mean, you imagine you get cold.
I shiver up in that lighthouse.
I do shiver.
Tristan.
I shiver
in
so
that freaking
bad.
lighthouse. Oh my god.
Think about fall. Think about that. T-shirts good year round as well.
As are the stickers.
As are the stickers,
of course.
And I really hope y'all enjoy it. We love y'all. Rate, review, subscribe,
give us
comment.
some support, y'all. We gave y'all a lot to work with today, so please.
We gave a shit ton more today than we're comfortable with,
right.
and if
but
we
did
got
this for y'all.
we got a little bit overserved by the end of this, which is okay, and it's okay to do that if you're of age and you want to. So we were actually able to. So that's a really good thing for us to be able to do.
Because we have a DD too, and it's not like we do this as frequently as Kat, so we're good.
Yeah, so yeah, completely Gucci.
Thank
All
God.
right.
All right, we love y'all.
Love
and
y'all.
let's give us not too much pressure for episode 13. We want to kind of have a more relaxed
Let's rail it back. We're gonna be
week.
we're doing pajama day next week for episode 13. We need an
something to-
absolute break. I want like one of those candles with like the long hats.
Yes, you need that. Like the grand.
We'll do that.
Okay, we'll do something like that for next week.
So I'm gonna be so tired next week. I already feel it.
I do too. It's gonna take about 6 weeks to clean up all this confetti.
All
All right,
right.
but we love y'all. Thanks for watching episode
Bye.
12.